Hello fellow crocheters. So this is the final video for our rainbow bag. And I'm going to be showing you how to create this bag in a simple method, much simpler method than what we've been using in the last two videos. So we have here our rainbow bag, the same one that I showed you last week. And I also have here the Yorkshire cowl that we worked on a few projects back. I think it was the previous one. If you go back to that video tutorial, the method that we're going to be using today is similar to that way we made this cowl. The only difference is the particular stitch we'll be using. So if you remember, this Yorkshire cowl, we use alternate rows of single crochet and double crochet. It's up to you what you're going to be using in terms of what stitch, but I would recommend you use half double crochet. And we did not have to weave any edges together, and this is probably the reason why I prefer this method compared to the first method that we used to make our rainbow bag. So let's start. So I'll be using two colors here just for demonstration. And as before, if you're using a particular hook size, make sure you use a bigger hook to start off your chain stitch. Chain 50 is what I used here, but for demonstration I'm just going to be using a lot less chains. So of course we start off with slip knot. Okay. So again, there's really nothing new. We're just simply demonstrating a different method to make a bag, which is similar to how we made the Yorkshire cowl. Okay, so I've made 20 stitches. You need to make 50. And then you look for the other end, the starting chain of this rows of chain. Okay, and then you're going to close that loop with a slip stitch. Then you can change your crochet hook to your main hook. So if you want, you can use single crochet, you can use double crochet, but I would recommend half double crochet. Half double crochet for this bag, I used 3 rows. If you're using double crochet for each row, for each color, okay, I recommend 2 rows of the same color. So again, the main lesson here is how do we change color using this method of making a bag, which is working in a loop. Okay, so we need 2 chains if we're doing half double crochet. And I normally work my first half double crochet in the same stitch as where I made my turning chain. So yarn over, insert your hook, draw through 1, yarn over, draw through 3. Okay, and you keep doing that until you get to the end. So in your case, if you're making the same size bag as mine, that is going to be 50 stitches in that first row. And it is going to be 50 stitches in all the other rows. So my bag, the one that I showed you earlier, so this one, it has about 7 bands of color, and each band of color or each section would have like 3 rows of half double crochet, or 2 rows of double crochet, or 4 to 5 rows of single crochet. That is really up to you. And I'm going to show you the optimal way to change color. There's actually a couple of ways to do this, but this is my favorite way to do it because it's cleaner get a cleaner finish. The stitches look more uniform. All right. Trying to make sure I'm not missing the last. Okay, so this is the last one. So we insert your hook, rather we yarn over for half double crochet. Insert your hook in the last stitch. Yarn over, pull through one. So normally what we do is we yarn over and then pull through the last 3 loops on the hook, yeah? But since we're going to change color, we're going to change color on the last 2 steps of this half double crochet. So you yarn over with the new color, and then you're going to draw through those 3 loops. And then again with the new color, you're going to close that row by inserting your hook, not at the top of the turning chain, which is this one, but at the top of your half double crochet, which is this one. So just remember that we did a turning chain for that row, and then we did the half double crochet. That's where you're going to close your row with a slip stitch. Okay, and then we're going to do a turning chain with a new color and do another row of half double crochet. If you're going to be using about 2 to 3 colors, so not a rainbow bag, I recommend that you don't cut your yarn. There's really no need for that. It's just less work. There's really no need to keep cutting yarn and weaving each in. But if you're using 7 different colors, like 7 colors of the rainbow, yeah, then yes, absolutely. You could cut the yarn and just make sure you secure them. Okay, so we'll just do this one last row and then one last change of color. So this is your turning chain for the same, this is the same row, yeah. So that's not where we're going to work our slip stitch. And this is where we're going to work our last half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through one. And then you get your new color. Let's say I'm using white again. I'm just using 2 colors here. Or whatever color you want. Stick the new yarn here. And then you yarn over with that new yarn, and then you're going to draw through the final 3 loops on the hook with this new yarn. And then you're going to close that row by inserting your hook to the top of the half double crochet, and then yarning over with a new color, and then slip stitching with that new color. Okay. So that's the wrong side, and this is the right side. This is the side that we've been working our stitches through, yeah? So that's what it looks like. Okay, so keep doing that. Okay, make sure you're using more stitches than I am, because it's just for demonstration purpose. Okay, if you have any questions on that, please feel free to ask in the comments below. Next, The strap's quite easy to make. You just join the color of your choice on one end, and then you do a chain stitch. I did about 60 to 75 chains, and then I got to the other side, and then I joined the other side with a slip stitch. After that, I turned my work and I worked in a single crochet in every chain stitch that I just made. That's how to make the strap. The bottom part is the only part that you need to join up, and I've already shown you how to do that using the purse. Yeah, when we made our crochet purse, I show you a method using single crochet stitch, and I would recommend you use the same color. So I used here blue because my yarn is blue at the bottom. Single crochet all throughout. The flap is similar to what we did for the purse as well. So go back to that video, but instead of using single crochet, you could use single crochet, that's fine. You will have a tighter stitch, yeah? And probably that's very nice. But you can also use half double crochet. My first row is single crochet, and then I turn my work, okay? And you need to reduce the stitches on each end. So I'm going to demonstrate to you how to do that using half double crochet. So, use some yarn. You only need one flap. Yeah, it's easy enough to add a button as well, so there's no need for me to demonstrate. But this is just for demonstration purposes. This bag is actually already complete. Just want to demonstrate to you how to add that flap. And make sure you decide where the front of your bag is. And of course, you put the flap at the back. So just for demonstration purpose, I'm just going to use the front part of this bag. You're going to insert your hook on one end. So on this end, yeah. You know, you fold your bag. That's one end. If you're right-handed, you're going to start at the right end. If you're left-handed like me, you start on the left. And then you're going to join yarn by slip stitching that way. And then you're going to do a chain stitch. And then you're going to do one row of single crochet stitches. And after you do this row of single crochet stitches, you're going to turn your work. And I think this is going to be the first time I'm going to demonstrate how to do a half double crochet decrease, or reducing using a half double crochet. So similar to the flap when we made our crochet purse, you're going to be reducing or decreasing the stitches on every end. So every row you will have 2 sets of decrease half double crochet. So that's the last stitch for that row. We're going to do chain 2 as your turning chain for half double crochet. This is how to do a decrease half double crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook in the first stitch, yarn over, pull through one loop. Yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch. Okay, in the next stitch. And then you're going to yarn over, pull through that same stitch. And then you're going to yarn over for the final time for that stitch, and you're going to pull through the final 5 stitches. Okay, and then we do half double crochet all throughout. You're going to do the same reducing or decreasing at the final 2 stitches of this row, rather previous row. So how many rows of half double crochet did I make to make the flap. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 7. Yeah, 6 to 7. And it also depends on your personal preference. If you want your flap to be a little bit shorter, then do less rows. If you want it to be a little bit longer than mine, then do more rows. Okay, so we're going to look for the final 2 stitches. Final 2 stitches are here. Again, this is how to do a half double crochet decrease. Yarn over, insert your hook in this stitch, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, insert your hook in the final stitch, a different stitch than the previous one, yarn over, pull through that 1 loop, and then finally yarn over and then pull through all 5 loops on your hook. And then you're going to turn your work again, turning chain with 2 chains, and then you do another decrease, because every end you will have a decrease. Okay, so yarn over, insert your hook in the first stitch, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through that same stitch, yarn over, and then pull through all 5 loops on your hook. So just keep doing that until you finally get the flap that you desire. Okay. Now in the last row, because my button is significantly very large, I use I use full double crochet, and then I recommend that you either skip a stitch just to make space for a very big button. Just because I have big buttons, it's what I had on hand when I made this. Okay, shoot me any questions if you have in the comments. Next week I'm thinking of making Christmas stocking. If you have any suggestions on what we can make in our video tutorials, please feel free to comment down below, or you can join our Facebook group called Chris Crochet VIP Club. Alright, we'll see you soon. Bye for now.